When crisis strikes, will you be ready? That's a question that every senior leader asks him or herself regularly. We like to think we can be prepared when disaster or tragedy strikes. But will we? One such person who reflected on what it was like to face tragedy was C.J. Price, a hospital administrator at Parkland Memorial Hospital in Dallas, Texas. On November 27, 1963, he put down his thoughts in a memo about what it was like to have the eyes of the world on his hospital. Parkland was the hospital where President John F. Kennedy and Governor John Connally received emergency treatment for gunshot wounds. 3 days later, Lee Harvey Oswald, Kennedy's shooter, also received treatment for gunshot wounds. Of these three, only Connally survived. Through it all, Price notes Parkland continued to function as close to normal pace as a large charity hospital. Price, in his memo, wonders how Parkland was able to do it. Was it spirit, dedication, preparedness? Price concludes that these three factors were important, but the differentiator was people. Quote, people whose education and training is sound. People whose judgment is calm and perceptive. People whose actions are deliberative and definitive. As a result, Price concludes, our pride is not that we were swept up by the whirlwind of tragic history, but that when we were found not wanting. While this memo is an interesting footnote to a tragic day in history, Price's reflections are invaluable to anyone in leadership seeking to think through a crisis. Not only must you be prepared, you must identify people who respond well in a crisis. Look for individuals who are studious, not rash, practiced, not sloppy, and most of all, self-assured and not wild-eyed. The thing about a crisis is you never know what to expect. The only thing for which you can prepare is to have the right people with the right plan in place in case of an emergency.